Yes.
So ekubhaleni kwami
Yeah.
ngiyambhala udark, tall and handsome. Ukhona odark, otall, you know, prayer warrior, othandaza nami,
Mara umbona.
othanda umculo. Angimoni ula.
Same as the artist, there's no guarantee that you will have a booking. But why do you put it as a gig?
Because it does not order, it's just go.
Yo.
You understand? So love what he does and he loves what I do and
Yeah.
sees it together and it works.
Well, it is time for it's time for love, marriage, and family. And thank you so much for joining our podcast, and thank you so much for viewing. Thank you so much for tuning in. This platform is, you know, one where we engage around love, we engage around family, marriage, and really that's what we're about. And thank you so much for making shy around, you know, over this side. And please, if you are not yet subscribed on our channel, please do so for a number of reasons, which are good for you. Well, good for us as well, but good for you too. You know, please do. And we appreciate your comments as well. And of course, my name is Mo, and I'm with the evergreen, the beautiful Pindi.
Thank you, baby. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. And thank you for subscribing. I think I will encourage you to keep on subscribing. We actually on #road to 20,000
Oh, yes. Yeah.
subscribers. So if you don't subscribe, we are unable to bring you great people, you know, because I know people want to go to platforms that are growing.
Yeah.
So when you are not, if you are stagnant and we're not growing, people are not going to want to come to this platform. And I know ukuthi ni enjoy kanjani indaba zabantu. I know how you guys enjoy people's journeys. That's how we call them. But thank you so much. And today we are excited to be sitting with these guests now. You know what? We were laughing when we started the episode because they were saying, we never do interviews together. And you guys got us to do interviews together. And we said, you're going to be okay. We are not that bad.
No,
you know?
no.
And you guys are one of those, the couples that we really love.
Yeah.
And what we always say in this platform, we really bring people here that we
love. We want to talk to
soft
people we
spot
love.
For. And you guys are one of those people. Your wife is a worshipper of note. I've always wanted to see ukuthi ubani lo muntu oshade nalo sisi. Nalo sisi Nkosi yami. More powerful kanje when my stage. But guys, thank you so much for taking your time.
Yeah.
Our guest for today is Mr. and Mrs. March. You
know?
But guys, we're just gonna ask you to just intro yourselves. You know, who are you, and where you guys from? Because I know we are all in Joburg, but in essence, khona la sivela khona. You know.
Yes. Wow. Firstly, thank you so much for inviting us. It's truly an honor to be here to do it with my husband. I said it earlier. It's not like as you know, but just to, I think God really allowed us to be here because it is a beautiful platform. It is a safe space. I've watched the episodes. I remember the first time I saw, I think it was Ngotibello, a friend of us. And anything at marriage, that's us. We love it. So thank you so much for inviting us. And see my husband before a mic. Yes,
no.
Yeah, understand that. Siyabonga. No, I'm Puleng March from the Northern Cape, Kimberley, born and raised in Kimberley, raised by a single parent, Umamfundi Sitoli, church girl all the way. Yes, started at Sunday school, choirs, estradeni nje la ngibona khona. I'm singing there, even preaching nje, you know, that has always been my life. So yeah, uhabi yena uzoyishola ukuthi ubuya
Okay, firstly, thank you so much for having me.
Awesome, thank you, sir.
It's an honor.
Yes.
Everything to do with love and marriage, I support it big time.
Yeah.
I'm really shy, guys. I remember when we got married, the groom must stand there in front. I must go through the people.
Yes.
I was so shy, I jumped the fence. They actually just saw
On
me
your wedding
standing
day?
on my wedding day.
Lale,
I didn't go
wangena
through
ngeback
it.
door.
Wangena back
Are you
door.
serious?
Yes.
Are you actually serious now?
I'm serious.
No, he's
I'm
serious. That's
telling
how
you, like,
shy he was. He didn't want to
Oh,
go
my
through.
word.
Yabona the aisle.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
He went back, wangena back. Bambona
Sazositshela
sekeme
ukuthi
phambili.
then
Singing phambili.
uzositshela ukuthi then wakushela kanjani lezi-
Anyway, my name is Josh March. I'm from Kimberley. I'm married to this wonderful. I always call her kingdom, the kingdom of darkness destroyer.
Oh, wow.
My prayer warrior.
Oh,
Yes, I'm one of the most fortunate guys
wow.
to be married to her.
Oh, wow.
That is so true.
Wow.
You can say that again.
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Wenza shy mos now.
And Angasablashi.
Blush mina
I don't know
mos now.
sizokwenza njani kule episode. Sizoyiqeda njani? One of the things about you guys, you did not meet very late. You actually met nisebancane or dala. Bona abantu abahlangane nje ngwasenise Joburg.
Yes.
Tell us about how you guys met. I mean, Ushai, obviously you are the one who.
Can I just take
Yes.
that, please?
Yes.
Please.
The first time I saw her, I remember it was my late brother's funeral. And I was around 8, 9 years old. She was actually there singing, and I saw her. Something in me just said, you know what? This is going to be your wife.
Banga 8, 9.
Before I even planned to share
Thina
la,
mesina 8-9 siyadlala ni point abantu. Njani?
divine connections.
Yes. Yes.
Divine
When you told me
connections.
that, I was like, hey, wena kudala umdala. Kudala umdala mina ngiyokhonza.
Yes.
Woman of God ngiyokhonza. Ubrother subhekile at 9 years.
Brothers, ngicela uyi-unpack tu.
I just knew in me, Uti, this is my wife. And the journey ukshela towards ukshela, when you grew up in a bit of disadvantaged background, let me put it this way. I don't want to say, let me say a poor background.
Yeah.
There's a lot of brothers who will come to church and, looking at yourself, looking at those brothers, and we were all after her.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, God, please give me strength.
Oh, wow.
The podcast keep busy.
Yes.
Because looking at me and those guys, I'm like, no, man, I don't stand a chance.
Yeah.
But I had that hope.
Yeah.
And I knew her, she's a good person. She doesn't care about material things. So I had that little bit of hope that one day I will get her. Look at us now.
Wow.
So uyambona kwi funeral una 9.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that was illegal, so nothing happened there.
That was illegal.
Born.
When do you start again now? At what age la usu realize there's something else kulo muntu owaye young at that time?
I think from the age 16, 17, 18, around there.
Yeah.
Because from 9 years, I had to work hard to raise the standard to think figure up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that was
So
hard.
I think by the age of 18, yes. Yes, ma'am.
This is when you start talking serious business.
And when I
stuff.
started talking shellering, she was laughing at me. I'm like, how?
Because mina I
can
know.
imagine.
But mzalwane why?
No,
I'm
mina.
like, wow.
Okay, yena ngithe belapho.
Yeah.
Mina I
You were
didn't
not
know.
there.
Mina I just saw a friend because we were very close. Sidlala sonke, he was a friend. Esontweni, he was a brother
Yeah.
playing keyboard. That's all I knew. I
Yes,
didn't know.
udlala i-keyboard,
ukuthi- exactly. I didn't know ukuthi umzalwane kanti usemishinini umzalwane uyalungisa. Uphaka you understand?
Yeah.
So and I mean at that time, like I said, ukuthi you church girl through and through.
Yes.
Twehlangane no brother ngiyabinda in the
Really?
name of Jesus.
Bopha wona sesihamba yonke
Ngiyabopha, you understand?
Yes.
So anything, but akasho next nakhona
Yeah.
lapha akakhuluma into zamathandana. We are just
Uthi.
friends.
Yes.
Singabangani nje like
Yeah.
azange akhuluma indaba zamathandana. We are always together. Nasesikolweni uyangikhapha ngishiya esikolweni, and people lasihlala khona would
Yeah.
always say lo zoba umyeni wakhe ngikhale enye into.
And in between that, ungangibambi ungikhiphe irush.
Yes, you're out of
Out of order, yeah.
So people would say, no, gogo, estradini. Mabe ngibona bathi, Nina,
Yes.
nizoshada. Mina, no. So, masiqeda isikolo, I went to Bloemfontein to study and I was studying at Kimberley. Came back, ila qala khuluma lezi zinto ukuthi hayibo.
Userious
Manje, ukhuluma ukuthi hayi.
Njani, how?
Njani? Waimela. So, at that time, honestly, I just saw a friend.
Yeah.
So me being at the college, that's when I started dating them. I started to date a lot. When that one iphela ngathi mina I'm not that girl osuka la angene la aphume la ngizolinda. And in my kulindeni
Marulindeni because ukhona umuntu masube vele lindile.
Mina ngithi ngokwami ubrother ayisiyo lena. And mamela ke in my kulindeni ngiyathanda ukujournela na kanja. So ekubhaleni kwami ngiyambhala udark tall and handsome. Ukhona odark tall you know prayer warrior othandaza nami othanda umculo angimona ula. You understand until one day ngise Cape Town praying ngiskiphile ngihleli ngaselwandle futhi praying there.
Yes.
It was like someone saying to me but lento ifunayo ula.
Yes.
That was the first time manje ngimbona as
in that
brother
light,
ukuthi ngempela lona uyathandaza lona.
Yes, and udlala ikeyboard.
Udlala ikeyboard lona. Mude you understand uthanda uNkulunkulu uthanda ifamily siyaseva we are always together. Angiziboni nami engekho canga kwami. You understand? I'm in East London now. Ngimkhumbulile ngifuna ukuya Joburg eKimberley for him. So that's when lapho ngahlala phansi naye mangifika eKimberley ukuthi okay
Uthini? Tell me though, you know, one of the many challenges we come across doing what we do, especially within the church, is women who, and I'm speaking single women, who, a lot of them frustrated. They want to get married, they want to meet somebody, but you know they don't meet anybody. They are by themselves and so forth. And what is it with church girls when you see a guy who comes to and you are here together? He prays and he sings, he plays keyboard. And then you're like, I don't see him in that light. But then you continue and be frustrated.
Hey, it's
and this is not directed to you, but really just as a general.
It's a tough one. I think sivele siba friend zone quick.
I think that's
Iphelele lapho ukuthi you are my brother and maqala ngithi brother you are my brother.
You are in the Lord throughout.
Period. You understand? And futhi I think being exposed also ngaphandle mabona abanye brother they don't act njengalabo abala esontweni with the dress the way they speak ilezo zinto thina sibuya sibona ngathi
engathi nansi inti lapha ya
exactly and then ufike la ekhaya abazalwane kuyadlalwa manje abazalwane you know some of those things kanti we are missing sometimes uNkulunkulu umbekela like
correct
engenzele mina wangibekela lapha at that time nami ngibona brother kuphela. So I think that's the problem. Abanye silinda ukuthi sishayeke ngaphandle qala. And in that dark space that's when your eyes ziqala uvuleka ukuthi kahle kahle I'm not called for this mina kahle kahle amehlo amavulekile. This is the kind of man I want and usesontweni. And I also believe that God the Holy Spirit guides us. Angithi kuyokhuluma naye usivula amehlo usivula indlebe olungisa indlela yethu yokuhamba asibonise. But if you don't pray, if you don't talk to God, if you don't read the word, you'll hit your head against the
his
wall.
voice.
So it is a necessary process, right?
It is.
For you to go through until you get to that point which ain't like let me go back there and all. But can somebody get out of a friend zone?
Hey, shikunzima but
Waphuma, how take us through your journey.
Waphuma njani?
I want to know namuthi waphuma.
yo it's by the grace of God angazi ngiphume njani
Ngiyithanda mina Mr. March, it's by the grace of God.
It's by the grace of
Because
it's very
kungahlala.
difficult ukuphuma.
Yeah.
Because I remember I was by all means trying to avoid the friend zone thing.
Yeah.
It was difficult, but I was trying to avoid it. Once you're inside, it's very difficult to come out because it will take courage to start ukshela. Where do you start?
Yeah.
Because lo muntu uyangazi, even if angezanga siyafala siyadlala sonke. We used to play mascotch, itop together. So uyangazi, she doesn't know that side of me of being, how can I say? Yes, sir.
Yes. The romantic side.
The romantic side. And they will always tell you that. But I think the advantage of being friend zoned is she will tell you what kind of a boyfriend she wants. And you work on that correctly. One day.
Did you get that?
So instead of you not paying attention to her, just keep quiet and listen to her. Whatever she's saying, okay, she wants somebody like this, I must work on that.
Yeah.
I must
So
work on
nje
that.
ufuna umuntu oclean.
I must work on myself.
Let me go shower.
Because I could miss her because of this.
Oh, wow.
And for us, and Tina, as women, I need to, this is my friend. You are pouring out your heart. You're telling me, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what. Not knowing this person, okay, I got this and work. But also, it really helps because honestly, I got to get. Is it English?
Got to
get the men really that I feel like when the easy. I wanted because it's not hard to pray together.
That's so
it's
awesome.
not hard to do
so
things like I'm struggling. Now I traveled to Singapore for a whole year. Bengena stress. People would say to me,
How? Kanjani?
Wazinjani ukuthi wenzani? I'll tell you ukuthi uhlele couchini ubukeli pirates. You understand? And at this time, and ngisho boldly because
you know him.
I know him, and then the same thing. Even family members would say to him, "Ukuthi mfazi kwi-fame." Okay, I was good wenza njani lapha khona. I remember with our second born, I came go June. On obviously go June I catch a second born. And then I went back overseas. So mase ngibuya after the show babona njengesizwe. Hayi abazalwane bathi bona.
Ngeke sothuka phela yo.
Abazalwane bathi ngisishi. Sure. And at that time besho yena bemezwini ukuthi never. Not my wife. I know nina nimazi mina ngiyamazi. You understand? And then uNkulunkulu naye wenza ukuthi the baby mayevela wavela wafana naye. Wafana lokho ukuthi azaba lishayina. Ngoba wabuya so in being friends and knowing each other from the journey becomes easier. You walk through steps and steps easier. You don't really have to dig hard because this person knows you instead of you going to dig. So if woman I say because this person knows you.
Lo muntu yamazi from a young age, you know what I mean? Which is so amazing. But before because ngiyafuna siye la where you were away for a year. I want us to eventually get there, but I want to go a step back.
Okay.
So when do you guys now take that step? Now let's get married. Eventually you saw there could be something here. The step to get married and the first years of your marriage, first few years of your marriage. How was that for you guys?
I think I was around 24 when I engaged her and pay amalobolo. And it was easy for me because I know this person.
Yeah.
I remember the first year of our marriage, I was still waiting for that thing that say umshado unzima. We've never experienced that. To us, it's I know this person.
A church girl,
yes, we are married for 18 years, and I don't remember even an hour where we had like serious arguments where we have a disagreement. So I'm going back again and saying that friend zone really helped me out. Because it gave me the time to do the self-corrections.
Wow.
Because I know if I leave my shoes here, hey.
Because she told you before, this is not going to work.
No, you can't leave your shoes around.
So, yeah, man, it was really for us. I'm going to say again, it was by the grace of God.
Yeah.
Because everything for me went
not really smooth, but you understand that. But honestly, when I compare to obviously Badala now, you check other people's journeys and stuff like that, and then you realize good. You understand? I'm not saying Uguti in the long run you won't meet challenges on you're still going to meet, but up to so far it has been good. So I remember when we were preparing for marriage now, sitting at the beginning being sitting masi better. Why? Because for me at that time, I'm a leader. And most of the girls saying don't be so for me at that time I thought if singaphuma wonke umuntu manje naye uzoqala agijime naye sekayajola abanye abakhona ukuba ready. And yes, when it happened really like that. The moment we announced to go to Cecil, but
if Puleng can do it,
exactly.
You
understand. So, but eventually with Babazalan Bayazi, we got married. The first years has been really amazing. My kulumanga matsquarrels, yes, abakona la mangane, but not la. Mauzwanga banyabantu uzukuti. Not yet, honestly. God is just gracing us to say afundana. Even not today, we're still okay, this is how we do it. This is how we do it. Somebody said to my sister was like, no man, I was so easy, you know. And I don't think it's easy. It's not. It's really not. But see, you know,
you take each day as it comes.
As it comes, and we make sure Gucci asilali singayilwangale silungise le sivuke ngokusasa as it is a new day, nathi we are new people, we tackle it the new way.
I love
so
that.
Cool.
Because for me, I think it's not necessarily that there aren't challenges, but it's how you handle them. And I think that's what has worked for you guys. You have a certain way, and that is rooted deeply in the friendship that you had prior. And then we travel for a year.
We share an indoor to testimony to Puleng.
I know, right? The love for this thing. And when I got the offer, Lion King.
Oh, you went to Lion King?
Yes. I sat with him, Ngati, this is the offer. You understand? I'd love to do it, but now, because now sisabasha kulento, mina futhi no nale, you remember I said earlier you understand? So ngicabanga ukuthi indaba phesheya ngizoyiqala kanjani, ngiright la, let me do it here. And it's happening for me lana, ngiyasebenza. God is doing a great thing kuthi right here, so it's okay with. He said to me, as in, Mina, I think you should go. You should do it. Angifuni lana
for a year, man.
Yeah, what angifuni lana uzongizonda
later.
Ubona bekumele ngiyenze lena, but because of you, I don't want that. I know this is what you love. Ikwenza happy. I know the God in you. I know you. So mina ngina stress. You can go do this. Mina, I'll be here waiting and I'll support you. So when he said that to me, ngathi abo. And my mom has always been my number one fan. My mom said, but even I learned to
yes, and they shut it for how long at that time?
At that time, was
I think we were married for 5-6 years.
Yes.
You guys.
5 years, yes.
Kabiso was 10 years. Yes. So my mom, what umyeni? Ngati okay, tinkhulume nomyeni. Mangikhuluma nomyeni what? Mina, I think you should go.
Wow.
This is what you love. Mina ngiyak support. So I went, and thank God. Thank God that he allowed me to do it, because right now in my bio, Kamangithi Lion King, people are, you understand, and thank God.
It means something.
Imagine if bengayenzanga bengizoba hey ngenxa yendoda yazi amadoda.
And start hating.
And I start hating, and then now the journey yomshade iba, it doesn't ayibi mnandi, because now I always point back, I should have, and you said, but I thank God every day that he allowed me to do it, and we're happy.
And had he not allowed it, what do you think would the outcome be? in terms of the relationship?
In terms of the relationship, because it's something I love. I think I would always have that.
Yeah.
Lantoguti, you made me not. You
I
know,
had this
you
opportunity,
stopped me. I had this great opportunity.
Built resentment.
Yes, that small thing. I think I would have. Now I appreciate him more because he supported me, and I have it as that thing that I take.
It's good for your CV.
Yes, good for my CV. And the fact that he supported me all the way made it even more special for me. So thank God that he agreed. If not, Ngempela, I think I would always have
That resentment.
that he would make honestly.
The other thing is we're forgetting that marriage is not about an individual. It's not about me.
Yes.
The marriage is about her.
Yeah.
You have to be selfless when you're married to somebody else.
Yeah.
Because imagine if I've put myself first. Because it was the most difficult year of my life.
Can imagine.
People who never used to greet me, beautiful ladies, suddenly they started greeting and smiling. So it was the most difficult year for me. I remember even my father told me that, hey, Mfan, are you fine here? You leave your wife to go for a whole year. When I will
Kunama cast members lapha.
hey. And I'm like, you know what, God? I remember, I know you gave me this wife for a reason. I'm going to take my feelings and my opinions and put them aside. I'm just going to support her. Because this is, I believe, God, you've given her the talent to go all over the world.
Not to limit it.
Not to
locally.
limit it. So
He
who am
actually
I
said that. He said it like that.
to stand in front? Phela, if God gave her the talent and I'm blocking her, it means that I'm blocking God. I'm actually fighting God now. So I had to talk to self and say, you know what?
Self.
Let her go. Relax, self. Relax is not about you.
Yes.
Such a complimentary.
I like your that thinking because we forget that, it's God who gifted the person with whatever talent. And you standing on the way, I'm now thinking of someone who's sitting there and thinking, I want to pursue this and my husband doesn't want me. And now I'm thinking of what you're saying. Actually, you are fighting against God.
Fighting God.
Wow.
That's what he said. I remember said, well, yay, God said and God gave.
Yes.
I'm here to support. So if God says, Siale, we are going. And this is what we will do even as Mshadun going forward. If God says, because I believe I have you because of God, God said, this one is a suitable helper for you. So if mina now ngizokhohlwa now, if uNkulunkulu efuna ukuqhubekisa umsebenzi wakhe ngathi, and then na ngifuna uzenza uGod ngithi sabe ngilwisa uNkulunkulu, and do I think ukuthi uNkulunkulu uzohlala angibukela athi well done my son? No. Do if God says I'm here, we will do it together. I will support you.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then
the importance of marrying a godly man.
yeah.
Right there. And I just want to say this because we always believe that you guys have been married for 18 years, right?
18 years, yes.
And your wife must be more beautiful than when you first met her.
Now that she's married.
Now that, because one of the biggest challenges is for somebody who looks into his or her own life and be like, you know what? Since I got married, my life took a nice nosedive.
Yeah.
Your spouse has got to be better now that they are with you than if they were single.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that the person does not miss the days they were single and then picture themselves that, you know what, I should have been miles ahead. Because now the problem, notice it's not the person, it's always marriage. The problem is marriage, guys, does not work.
It's a
Marriage is a scam.
It's a
Marriage
scam.
will delay you. Marriage will make here's an example right here. Marriage is not a stumbling block. It shouldn't be.
No.
The ring that we're wearing shouldn't be a stumbling block, to whatever we call progress. And that progress, it is progress for as long as it feeds into the purpose of God for our lives.
Amen.
You know, because
Amen.
then outside of that, it's not progress, it's really regress. You know, so the issue is when we know what it is that God has brought us together for, it becomes easy for us to make decisions aright.
Yeah.
You know,
Sure.
towards that. I'm so inspired, you know, by that in terms of your relationship and the fact that you allowed each other, you know, that space, you know, to grow that space. Because even at that time, even though she was away, there is an incredible amount of growth that went on with you as well.
Of course.
You know, you are here as a single
Self-control.
father. With a 5 year,
Yeah.
with a 5 is it 5, right?
3-year-old.
3-year-old.
A 2-year-old actually. He turned 3 on September.
Hi,
A
Puleng.
2-year-old.
You see, you are left with a 2-year-old single father. This is not from a mjolo. This is from a marriage.
married.
So it means that you have to make plans, whether those plans mean bring your sister here or bring your mother or whatever, or take him
get the
home.
help,
but
yeah.
whatever that is necessary to ensure. Can you tell us about your growth during that time, you know, while she was away?
Sure. Like I said, I grew up very shy.
Yeah.
It was the first time actually being away from her. Because since we were 9, we were every day together. It was very difficult. So I learned to be independent. I learned to reason. Because in most cases when I have challenges, like let's say maybe a challenge of a lady or something, I will reason it. So that I learned to stand up for myself and say, you know what, I chose this woman. I'm going to
Decision still
stick
stands.
to what I
Wow.
agreed on.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick to our vows. I made a promise before God, Guti. I don't want to see this woman suffer. Because I'm from a, how can I say, not a broken relationship.
Broken family.
Broken family.
Yeah.
My father left us. We grew up with my mom. And I could see every night how my mom was crying.
Yeah.
It was difficult for her to raise us alone. So I made a promise to myself and I said, God, I don't want anybody that I'm marrying go through what my mom went through.
Sure.
So it's like, I'm going to be there to protect her. Let me rather suffer, not her. Let me take whatever's coming, challenges, not her. You know, sometimes when when I pray to God, I'm like, God, this woman has been like, she's been serving you. She's been serving you. If I am the problem, God, please remove me. Because I don't want this woman to suffer.
Wow.
Really, I'm like, please remove me. If I am the one who's blocking her blessings,
Sure. That is
remove me.
That's a bold prayer.
That's a bold prayer.
I don't want that prayer.
That's a
Yo, I don't want that prayer.
I don't know how it would have landed with you.
No, it didn't sit well with
She
me.
doesn't
Oh.
like that prayer.
No, I said no removing here, God. We do it
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
You said where there is unity, you command a blessing.
A blessing.
So it's nice together. We say where 2 or 3 are gathered, you are in their midst. It's the 2 of us, you are
you are
here.
here.
One, I don't know about the one. So let me stick to the unity. Let me stick to the together, the 2. I love it that way.
Yeah.
I know where he was coming from because sometimes the industry can be very challenging.
Yeah.
And as a servant of God, sometimes you are born good time, my God.
Yeah.
Hey,
Ngiyasebenza.
ngiyasebenza. Like I can't tell me the man. You know,
I do the work.
I do the work.
Ufunani
We were
kanti?
joking the other time, Kerry. Hey, I don't like every huge sum of money esibanayo thina silahlala in the ministry. Silahlala in, and some of the things is delay. The house, sometimes we drive with a small kanyana because sifuna umsebenzi kaNkulunkulu uphumelele. And we have like shelters that we have
Yes, that you
adopted.
are helping.
Sikhokisa abantwana abanye sibazi sisesikolweni. That has been our life. And so when he said there's no blocking, nothing, there's no removing, we are doing this together. It works this way.
You know what? There's power in that statement that you guys said, because sometimes you're gonna look at it like that to say, but God can also trust in anything because nathi si ready. Mara God wanted you to go through that because He is proving that you are ready. Because sometimes kunabantu, guys, let's agree, who who get the big things and the big success and all of those things in a short period of time, but they're not ready when those things come. And when you envy the good stuff that you see happening, but you don't understand they actually are not ready for the things that are happening. And some of those things don't even last. They look great in the eye, but they won't last.
Sure.
Can we talk about you leaving your work, leaving your job? When you are so committed to this woman, it's in another level. So, Ushia, your full-time employment.
Yes, please.
I mean, you are senior where you are working, and you are saying, "Hi, Mina."
There's someone more senior.
I'm dedicating my time to her. Well, how did you get to that decision?
I think it was a bit difficult. It was difficult because I was really passionate about my work. And we will always talk and say, you know what, we're not planning to work forever. We must one day to come together and do our own thing.
Yeah.
I think she also made it easy for me because she said, you know what, whatever decision that you take, I'll be there for you. Remember, I'm here to help you. So I had to say, you know what, God, let's do our thing. Let me trust you enough, God, to leave this that I know guaranteed there's a salary that's coming in, and let me go start my business. Let me go and not risk. In fact, when you say risk, you don't have faith.
Like God is not there.
Let's go start it, God. We believe you will provide for us.
Yeah.
Yes,
because, I mean, when you are with an artist, it's already... already.
Yeah.
Hey, lo muntu doesn't get paid
stable
on a monthly
salary.
basis and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So it really took faith when you already have an income that's guaranteed, but you say, I'm going to risk it all.
And sometimes I think the mistake we make, I always tell her that, please stop calling your bookings, I have a gig. Let's take it as a business. Because I was working for a logistic company. We were not guaranteed that people will come tomorrow and come hire vehicles from us. There was no guarantee.
Yeah.
Same as the artist, there's no guarantee that you will have a booking. But why do you put it as a gig? Why don't you say, my clients will book me or my clients will give me business? And now I think we're looking at it from the business perspective.
Side, yes.
Yes. We're not looking at it as a gig.
'Cause
And I
a gig-
remember
a
when
gig
you
is a
say
once-off-
gig is like
it's a once-off
skroponyana.
thing.
Tohwana.
You won't take it seriously.
Yes. So we're looking at it as a business.
That's very interesting. Yeah.
The same way that ShopRite know they will come tomorrow and buy, the same that we know bookings will come in and this will happen. Yeah.
And
Ushoprat akasho ukuthi ngine-gig.
yeah.
Ngizofika, you know.
And it really, when he decided that, I said, you know, Mina, whatever decision later, obviously as a wife, no, abantwana bami isikolo, sizothini, because sibhekile le salary le yami le yakho iyasirekhoda nokusirekhoda. You understand? Le yami, but hey, you know, Nkulunkulu naye has a way of just doing his things. And then ubona ube ane peace.
Yeah.
In the midst of a storm. When he came and he said, I think she'll sing. I'm like, okay, I was at peace. Weird.
Yes.
As weird as it sounds, I was really at peace. And when he joined KME, he took over KME.
Yeah.
We have an office. I never thought that KME would have an office.
KME being your recording.
The recording label, yes. Konke, Masars, we just do the groundwork. When's the gig?
From there,
Now I see it really as a company. Clients are coming in. We have meetings. We sit. You understand? I had to learn. We had to study online. Into like digital marketing and learn branding. We took this brand from one level to another, just working together. So it really made sense. It's company, yes.
And kumele she emsebenzini to focus on this.
Exactly. So konke bookkeeping, yonke into, it's run. We have offers, we have address, people come, we have meetings, izinto ziyaphuma, things. The same way as Sony started. I said to someone, I don't understand why we say we have a respect for his son.
Yeah.
Inkulu njalo. Yes, it's beautiful.
Mara, they started somewhere.
They started somewhere, and it's the same thing. They're doing the same thing as we're doing. Record artist, by keeper, by market, by you understand, royalty. The same thing. We're doing the same thing. Nanjalo. Branding, Puma sends my events. That's what we do. We do events. Sibuye, sends branding, sends Anjala, the same thing as all the other artists. So it's working. Yes, unayo side thing is as still in the motor industry.
Yes.
But it's really working for us.
Oh,
That's really, really so cool.
That's
And
really
to
amazing.
grow in your marriage, with all those experiences, right? And certainly the attitude, because that's one of the things I wanted to speak about, the attitude, your outlook, the way you look at life. Because it makes a difference, doesn't it? It makes a difference how you view life, because, if you view life as, in your case, for example, I shouldn't even ask about going overseas with Lion King because I'm now married. It makes a world. I'm not even talking about you having asked and then he said no. Just you on your own saying, I saw that, but I don't think I'll entertain it even in the first place. Without you having asked him, and the way you look at life, often determines a whole lot of things in terms of how you grow, together, how this marriage grows, together as a couple. And that is actually one of the reasons where, many couples walk their separate paths, because you will accuse him of something that you didn't even bring on the table in the first place. Do you get what I'm saying? Because of your own self-inflicted limitations. That I shouldn't even ask about going overseas, and so on. So the importance of you guys looking at things with a common eye, and we always talk about this. We wrote about it actually in one of our books where we talk about shared values. And the importance of shared values to the person that you are planning to get married to, because it's so important that for you guys to look at things. You will not see them the same way. You are different human beings still, but there are core values that you share. And that core value for you being Christ. And looking at things, what would Jesus do? From the same level. Talk to us about the importance of shared values. And Pindi was asking about, living work, and all of that, and how that speaks to, that and the common purpose, and you guys, and the importance of you guys saying we're building something together here, and this is why it's important. For us, as a couple. Talk to us the importance of that and the common purpose, together.
Yeah, I don't know if for me, firstly, I don't know if it's okay to start with how I grew up, with my mom being a single parent.
That's important.
And independent.
Yeah.
In a way that it's something that I also just knew. I only knew to be independent, to ukuzenzela izinto zami.
Yeah.
You understand? And when I met up with him, Siba together, in the first stages of marriage, that kind of came up. Uguti, no, I can do this.
Yes.
I don't need.
I'm capable.
But God being the core, and the foundation of our marriage, he always uproot things ezingazosebenzela umshado. I had to, and also with the teachings of my mom, also she would say Puleng, ningayenzi le thina sayenza, yenzane yenu nale uThixo anibonisa yona, balekani naleyo. So I would go to God and say, Nkulunkulu, I know ukuthi ngikhuliswe ngale ndlela. Is it the right way for lo mshado? For me going forward.
That's good.
You understand? And God will had a way just yokundi mold her into a woman or understand her. Yebo ngiyamthanda nginaye every day, but ukwakha ngingakwazi ukwakha naye na. And only God was the one who taught me how to build. And for me, sitting in a corner and realizing I love the building, but I see iyasebenza, but do I love it? Without him, will I be able to? And then I realized, no, I can't on my own, as much as an independent ingakon. But without him, really, I don't see this working. So I started to fall in love. I don't know if that makes sense, but I started to fall in love with how I do things with him and how they succeed. They happen, and it becomes easier when I do it with him. So in anything, we even raising kids, we love doing it together.
Yeah.
My kids know. Akwazi ukuthi aze kuma azothatha ichance kum mangithe no angacabanga ukuthi uzofumana yes kuba wakhe uvela athi okay declined because he knows ukuthi sikanje and it works for us and we see God. It becomes easier even in the ministry as well when we are together, believe together, pray together, stand together. Any other thing just falls into place. So we like the verse I mentioned, where there is unity, God commands a blessing. We've seen it in our lives. The moment ngathi kuthi kuvela ngathi kuyahakanyana man. Kuvela ukuthi so for thina before siya nokuthi we believe ukuthi masiqale la. And it yenzakala. So anything uNkulunkulu has called us to, we believe with it's right to do it together. I don't know if I've answered you.
Unless they agree. Because, I mean, I think that's how the devil really finds a gap in marriages, in that point of disagreement. You know, when you don't see eye to eye, we always encourage couples to say, when you are not seeing eye to eye, do everything with your power to make sure that you come together. Because at that very moment, the devil
it's a foothold.
He's waiting.
Now I've got a chance with
so true. There's a story about maybe it's a canon.
Oh yes.
When you're inside lapaya, the small windows and it's one. Maulapa, you are safe. They can throw bombs, they can do things, you are safe. But the moment you open that small window, the first bullet is it's over. I feel like when you do it together,
I like that.
You understand, you are safe.
Because those windows are so small.
They are so small.
Interesting enough.
But the moment you open that window, it's either akusa communicating, akusa easy to understand. The moment you open that, that's when the devil will step in and destroy this beautiful thing.
And remember, there's a sniper that's waiting for you to open that window. Once you open the window, he's just waiting for that. Once you open, you are gone.
Wow. Yo, guys, this is incredible. This is incredible. So, being married and being in the industry. But industry, entertainment industry, because there are other industries. Because I think that on its own, aglula, you know, being married and you're in the industry. And I understand, Shem, why you, Mr. March, had to resign, because we are traveling phela umuntu.
Uyabona ukuthi umfazi uba busy.
I was with her most of the time. I wasn't at work anymore.
Yes. Oh, you would travel with her?
In a week, I'll go to work for 2 days. And most of the time, I'm with her. We're traveling.
So Busu love him.
Transition was
yes, but I love that. But I just want to get into someone who is married to someone in the industry, and they're having difficulty, obviously, trying to manage these two worlds. How did you guys manage to merge these two worlds? Because that's what you have done. The fact that you've left what you are doing and saying, actually, I'm going to come together and help you. For me, it speaks volumes. It actually says, I believe in this gift that you have, and I believe that, because if you did not believe in her, you were not going to leave what you were doing to focus in her. How do you guys manage this thing, this industry which is so difficult and so tough, and add marriage into it, and it just becomes even more complicated?
Yeah, for me, I'd say God is really helping us to see. And also just making sure we surround ourselves with people, couples as well, that will abamazi uNkulunkulu. Not everyone abamazi uNkulunkulu abayenza the way thina sense ngakhona. So we are very intentional about that as well. Ukuthi ke batho ba rona, but that's how we put it.
Friendships.
Yeah, ukuthi by utlwisisa the way, you understand. For the longest time, it was just us and the kids, because we're also trying to ukufunda other grounds. Ukuthi, is it safe to go there? We also don't want to join groups ezofaka pressure nyana unnecessary. Sometimes okanye ubona ukuthi maybe babona ngathi laba baborekile la bayaporanyana, they don't do things the way thina sizenza ngakhona. And for us thina yasebenza like this way, you understand. And so until sifumana laba bayenza the way, and it makes sense to us, and nathi seems like we make sense nyana kubo. So we make sure we surround ourselves with people about also speak life into to the marriage. Nati, we do the same thing, and just God allowing us to help each other, to love what He does. And I believe with the management skills and stuff, nazi ziyasebenza la in the entertainment industry. And then nami as an artist, ngifunde, because now I'm learning a lot from him, how to do things. It's even an order, because sometimes it does not order, it's just go. You understand? So love what he does, and he loves what I do, and sees it together, and it works. You understand? Instead of share totally ngeke isebenze la, kanti yona iyosebenzayo la. Now he formed this beautiful thing, a toy company, and an order, and because we love each other's work.
And I remember after getting married, we were saying that, you know what, this marriage, we're going to do it our way.
Yes.
So the fame, the industry, it found us married. So we are doing the industry the March's way. The way we said we're going to do it. And one thing that I respect about her, she will come from work and still wants to cook for me. To honor me, and I'm like, no, my dear, you are tired. I know you want to do your duties, but you are really tired. So I think
she's a good person.
She is.
Yeah.
But I need it's for me. I feel like sonke in the marriage, everyone is playing
Their part.
their part, and it's not like I'm not cooking because. I love cooking. I love serving him. I love serving my kids. That's something I love. So I do it. And they understand. You know, I love being with them. So most of the things that we do, nobody's chocolosing each other to do it. We do it because we love it. I know that this is what speaks to him. He loves my food. He loves me next. I do that without even being pushed. He has Guti. I love my kangwam. Mangse show in a corner. You know, I love it.
That's so
So we just do what we love to each other, for each other.
And do it the March way.
The March way. We march on.
And how do the, I mean, we've been around the entertainment, even music industry for quite a while. We understand the politics within the industry, you know, and so on. How do you handle those so that they do not affect your relationship?
Yeah, I think you as a manager.
He's the manager.
I always say I have the sweetest manager ever.
Of course you do.
Like
It's your husband.
I don't know how he handles challenge and stuff. We'll get to an event and people are like, you know what? Thank you, Mr. March. Like we handle like I'm 90 like and he just has a way of handling things, especially Makuba difficult in terms of money, challenges, people taking advantage of artists and stuff like that. It's not nice. Sometimes we get home in the like on our way home, sizoventa vele lapha emotweni sihlebe ngibona
we know that
exactly sibasho
Bese siyathandaza emva kwalokho. Forgive for abakwazi abakwenzayo.
And I think we discuss kakhulu nje siyasho ukuthi yazini mina as much as cutting in the industry. I've been in the industry from the entertainment industry, so obviously I know it better.
Yes.
So I will advise ukuthi yabona lapha in terms of in. So we learn from each other.
Yes.
I'm learning the office side of things. He learns the thing is
The business
the
side.
business side ukuthi manje i-contract nje my and then I will pull out my previous contracts from Bottle Down. Let's check lena in. So we are learning from each other. Sifunde lapho ukuthi okay, this one works for us. Lena maybe lena siya approach kanje. Okay, athi okanye le uthule wena la. I'll
Yes,
handle
ungasho
this.
nix la.
Ungasho nix la. Uyabo? And then
Now when mina
ngalesi sikhathi ngiyazi sayiqede endlini ukuthi okay lena singena kanje ihandle. So I think manikhuluma niphume seniyazi ukuthi okay sikhuluma into eyi-one.
Yeah, same like
That's so
I
important.
love this new trend.
That's so important.
This new trend of
husbands
artists
or
being
wives.
managed by
their spouses.
because
It works.
ulebo sekhulela is the same thing.
Yes, imali yonke isendlini.
Once more.
Omega is the same thing.
Whole
Now I'm
everybody,
thinking,
everybody.
abantu bafuna imali besekhaya.
Ihlale
Yes,
ekhaya.
Yeah, I love that thinking.
Niplana yonke into
Yeah.
planning iqale ekhaya.
That's
Mani
good.
ithandazele ekhaya.
But also it's someone who has your best interest at heart.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know,
So
because
yeah.
we've heard of many incidences
Artists.
where, as we're about to wrap, where someone will complain, "Ukuthi, I've been
Badla
trying to book so and so, but the manager says so and so is fully booked."
We know that from
Gone
us.
through
And when umuntu meets up with this
that.
person, that's no, but I was available
Nobody
the whole of
spoke to me.
December.
Me too. I've
That's
gone
no,
through
but your
that.
manager told me,
Yeah.
told us you're fully booked.
Yeah.
Whereas the husband or your spouse would look at it differently.
Sure.
Yep.
Because I know what is happening in the house. So if I'm available for a booking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you've had the same experience?
I've had the same experience. I've had managers before.
Yeah.
Like I was signed to the Till Dawns, you know. And then sometimes you'll work with nix. But knowing, and then obviously in the industry we talk.
Yeah.
And you know, in terms of royalties as well, never got a cent from royalties. But now you know every cent ingenayo.
Exactly.
You know ukuthi yakuphi royalties, you know everything niyabona, and you work it out to build what you are trying to build as a
I
family.
mean, even if Zama anything, it's for here.
It's for here.
It doesn't matter, yeah, like Kaya, you
Futhi
know?
namayiphuma la kuthi
Ngisho kona ukuthi that's how this thing is just,
Yes,
you know, such an amazing
yes.
arrangement. Guys, thank you so much.
Are we done?
Are we done?
For people who said, we don't do interviews.
Are we done?
I'm so shy. By the way, can I confess? Your manager is not shy.
Really?
I'm sure.
No.
No, thank you for releasing that
all these years. Guys, thank you so much. This has been amazing.
Guys, it's really, really
So
such
amazing.
a pleasure. It's really such a pleasure speaking to
Thank you so
and
much.
Thank you.
as we said, Nopindi, I mean, we would go to your socials and, you know, we really love. We love marriage. We love family. We love people that love one another.
Yeah,
you
genuinely.
know, who are pulling for each other, and you can see this without somebody saying anything. You know, sometimes a picture can tell a thousand words. You know, people who are pulling for each other, they are in each other's corner. You know, and all of that is a beautiful thing to see. And we want to see more of that in South Africa. We want to see that, more of that in the entertainment industry. We want to see more of that with black families.
Yeah.
You know, black couples who are very tired,
Indeed, yeah.
who are very tired
Of bed, the references.
references. You know when you on Google and you want to Google happy couples,
We know.
you're not gonna get a black family there,
Yeah.
couple. You
But
will
the two
have
are
a white.
angry couples.
Matu are angry
How?
fighting.
And then brown couples are coming higher.
Even on
change
on
the
social
narrative.
media,
Yeah.
the
We need to
social
change
media,
this.
we just see wrong.
Yeah.
Like
That's-
bad publicity about marriages.
Yeah.
I said to a friend of mine, guys, I can't feel because abantwana abazemva kwethu abayazi
Abana
into
reference.
abana reference babona nje into
See,
ezimbi
here's
zikhulunywa
the reference.
and
See, you can still have a gorgeous wife
Thank you.
after 18 years. You know what I mean? Off this Twan off air, we'll talk about how do you maintain such a gorgeous wife after 18 years. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Keep on subscribing, and we love you guys so much. And thanks for watching.